Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football, and welcome to our match reaction shows. We're kicking it off, and if you were like me, getting up early in the morning, you had to get up in the morning to watch the game. I mean, this was the sort of game, at least in the first half, that you would be wondering what you woke up for, because you probably want to go back to sleep watching that. If you're a neutral person, obviously not if you're a Chelsea fan, you have to watch that. But I mean, it was the routine win in the end, 2-0 for Chelsea over Newcastle United. And we've got Zeehan here joining me, as mentioned, to do the match reaction. Zeehan, welcome to the show again.
Very happy to be here. Very happy.
Yes, it's very happy. And we were wrong. We said Newcastle wouldn't score, but they did score. Unfortunately, they scored in their own net, but they did score a goal. But I mean, it was fairly routine. I was just kidding. But it was fairly routine though, and there's not a lot of talking points. But let's get started. First up, Gian, can you explain to me why Chelsea were playing in their third kit, or whatever that kit is? I don't know if it's the away kit or third kit, but why were they playing in that? Does blue clash with white and black? I never knew blue could clash with white and black.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm confused myself because second kit is a definite no-no, but I think it clashes with the black pants. I'm not sure.
Blue clash? Well,
I don't. It was weird, and I don't like the pink kit. I'm sorry, I just don't
Yeah,
like the
nobody
pink.
likes it, but I mean, I don't know where it happens. No clubs never make good third kits. I think it's you make the good home kit, you make a decent good away kit, and by the time you get a third kit, you're so zoned out creatively. You're just like, you know what, whatever, just put it out there. Like it's just meant to make a bit of money. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was weird for me. Why did I mean the only talking point from the lineup though, and Chelsea won the game, so it probably won't be a big deal. But Fikayo Tomori not starting, Dudiga started. I can only assume it would be an injury because he wasn't on the bench either. But I've not heard anything. Do you know anything on your end about why Tomori didn't start, or like I mean, it was a surprising move for many people.
Training injury, right? Wasn't it a training injury?
It could have been, yeah, yeah. That's what
A
that's what
training injury. That's
that's
what
the
I heard.
only explanation. Just gonna quickly take a look here to see what's happened. Most likely, that's what you're saying is probably what is correct. Can be an injury, and that's the reason. Because otherwise, you'd expect him to at least be on the bench. Well, there's no news on it yet, so maybe Lampard spoke about it in an interview. But fair enough. Yeah, it's sad for him though, because he should have started this game. He's not gonna get a lot of chances because Zuma looks really, really good. He looked very good today. Again, in the air, he's very, very good. So he's not going to get ahead. It looks at the moment difficult for him to break into that team like
Seven
this.
clean sheets in 8 games.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They're keeping clean sheets. I think what 7-9 now since
Oh,
Mondi
seven and
has
nine.
joined. 7-9 in all competitions since Mondi has joined. And yeah, I mean, for a team that couldn't keep a clean sheet to save its life, now it's like they don't want to they defend like their life depends on it. Pretty much, it's like it's a wonderful turnaround to watch if you're a Chelsea fan. But it wasn't a good game from Chelsea. I mean, for all things considered, I think there was a lot of wasted chances from Timo Werner in particular. There was one from Mason Mount as well. I don't think Hakim Ziyech didn't have a good game today. That's again my opinion. I didn't think he had a good game, and it could have cost them in the end. It didn't because Newcastle sucked. But what was your impression of watching Chelsea today?
Well, I guess Lampard must have been listening to our podcast yesterday. He went with the exact starting front four that we discussed yesterday,
Hmm.
including Mount.
Yeah,
And oh my God, Ziyech might not have been at his best, but that left foot, that cross to Abraham. I mean, wow, just that is just wow. I mean, Robin would do that thing where he cuts into the cuts into the middle and shoots. Ziyech cuts into the middle and then just crosses, and you just know it's going to be an assist or you're going to get a corner out of it. Beautiful, beautiful. About Warner, he seems. It's too early to say this, but he seems more of a winger than a striker, if you will. I mean, the second goal, right? This Abraham's goal, that was such a beautiful run. He got past what, three players, right? I think it was three
hmm,
defenders.
yeah,
He
three
got
players.
past
Yeah.
three defenders and then just he put it on a plate for Abraham. As a winger, he's doing so great, but those chances that he's missed, I mean, like wow. That one chance where he capitalized over the defensive error, I think it was. I'm not
Sure,
exactly sure. It was the center back.
sure, yeah,
Uh,
sure.
that I'm sorry, but that's an easy goal. That's an easy goal. Uh, you need to have that striker's instinct. It's amazing that he's so unselfish and he makes plays for his partners, but he has to shoot that.
Yeah, there
He
was
has
another
to shoot
chance
that.
as
That's
well.
easily 3-0. At that point, it's 2-0, but
Yeah, there
that's
was
an
another
easy
chance
goal.
the first half where he
Uh,
could have gone straight through, but instead he tried to go across the goalkeeper and he kind of put it wide as well. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you had just gone straight through, that's one of those easy goals on FIFA that all you have to do is just like put your foot through it and then wherever it just goes in. But I mean, it's not FIFA. Life is not FIFA. But yeah, you don't normally try to go across it when you're straight up ahead of the keeper. But I mean, maybe you're trying to be too clever. Maybe I was a bit of I don't know. But yeah, but I mean, it is interesting. And hopefully he's not bought to be a winger because Chelsea have enough wingers already. I mean, obviously, if Pulisic can stay fit, I don't know if he can stay fit, but if he can stay fit, then they need Werner as a striker, and maybe he just had an off day. I mean, he had scored like in his last 4 games, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 games. He had scored at least one goal in his last four.
He has 8 goals and 3 assists in the last 10 games.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So it's not he's not necessarily not scoring. He is scoring. It's just, maybe he just had an off day. I mean, they did come back from the international break. I mean, that's what Lampard will be saying.
Yeah.
International break fatigue. Those are the excuses that are going to come out. But I mean, if you can play badly and still win, that's good. That is really really a good thing for to have.
And better 2-0 than 6-0, huh?
Yes, well, that is much better. 2-0, well, 2-0 better. I don't know if 2-0 is better than 6-0, but yeah, it's definitely. I'm so sure Lampard is going to be happy. Lampard's going to be happy with the clean sheet. I think more than anything else, I think he'll be happy with that. But on that note, Zeehan, that second goal, really, very well worked. I mean, it's not something you see often from Chelsea because they always dominate games, but they have that in the locker now that where they can break and they have that pace to score goals if they want like that. That was just a beautiful goal. It was in the 3 passes and into the back of the net.
Sensational. Like I've said, that was completely Timo Werner. I mean, I wish I would love to see him scoring the goals himself, but what a run, my friend! What a run! I mean, to some extent, he reminds me of Fernando Torres uh, as a center forward. He's so similar to him. If he's not scoring, he's taking the ball from the back and just driving forward. The pace, dribbling, fantastic. And Abraham, great finish, and the body feint was amazing.
Mhm.
No more comments. Kante, just wow. It's like there's nothing he can't intercept.
Yeah, well, he looks to be back in form as well, which is great for him as well. It was a very team performance. I don't think there were any standout players today, but it just looked like a whole team seemed like all 7 out of 10 in general, and that's or maybe 6.5, 6 or 7 out of 10, and that's kind of good enough, and that wins you the game. And it was good. I mean, well, you said Timo Werner reminds you of Torres. Let's hope he doesn't do a reverse Torres and goes to play for Liverpool, leaving Chelsea. Let's hope he doesn't do that. Which is what Torres said he went to Liverpool and then came to Chelsea. But anyway, can you
Uh,
tell me?
we have to keep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably not. I don't think that will happen. But can you tell me? I tried to rack my brain for 90 minutes. I couldn't figure this out. Can you tell me what the purpose of Joelinton is for Newcastle? Because to me, it seems like I mean he cannot lay off the ball. He's very bad, in the air or physically, and he clearly can't score goals. So what is the what purpose? What exactly? I mean, Newcastle made some pretty bad deals, but it's surprising they paid 40 million pounds for a striker who simply he doesn't look like he belongs in that team or pretty much in the Premier League. He doesn't. I don't know what purpose he serves.
I mean, to be honest, I actually never highlighted on him. It was the other day I was playing FIFA and I found him. So that's when I started following him, and he's kind of an all-round striker. Uh, uh, in the second half, let me just make this clear. In the first half, Newcastle, it was a one-way street. It
Mm-hmm.
was just Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. In the second half, Newcastle did try to show some resolve. Uh, I don't know. I guess Joelinton at times. I think what the problem with Newcastle here is during the preview we discussed the injury issues with Newcastle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean they did have a lot of their players out, so I guess a lot of the burden was shouldered onto him. It's like whenever he's getting the ball, he has to adopt to whatever the situation is. I mean, I think I remember in the around the 60th minute or something, Newcastle finally had a very good attack. It was Joelinton chested the ball around the center circle, and then he had to hold up play against Kante for about 2-3 seconds, and then he had to play a beautiful pass to the left side using his left foot, and he passed it to Maximov, and then that started a counter attack. So over there, you're seeing him doing that, and then in this other build up, I'm sorry, I don't remember who the passer was, but there was an amazing long ball by a Newcastle midfielder, and then he runs off to that with pace, and then he beats Zuma one-on-one, and then, well, he doesn't score or shoot. Clearly, it was 2-0, but he does make a chance out of it. So I think maybe it was the injuries. Of course, I don't follow every Newcastle game, but there was a lot of burden on him.
Yeah, he seems to be a player. I think we missed. We lost Zeehan for a second there. Probably have. Um, but yeah, on Joelinton, he just
Shoulder
seems.
onto him today. That's what I felt, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's yeah. I think we have you. Maybe we have you back now. Yeah, and we have you back now, Zeehan. We have you back. Yeah, but we just froze there for a second. That happens. Yeah, it's fine. You're good. And maybe it's probably just I think. But yeah, but on Joelinton, I mean, I know a lot of Newcastle fans generally are frustrated with his play overall. And watching him today, it just looks like he has got more to offer, but he cannot offer it. For some reason, he can't do it. But maybe he needed Almiron. I think once Almiron came on, Newcastle looked a little bit more dangerous. So maybe he just needed somebody to play off of. But at the moment, for Newcastle, things are looking a little bit bad because they are now getting sucked into that relegation fight, which they would have wanted to avoid. Even if you assume that Fulham, and we don't know about West Brom, but we'll know today what West Brom do. I don't want to jinx it, but West Brom, even if you assume that Fulham are as good as gone, and maybe West Brom, then there's still one spot, and that's where they're going to be fighting it out, I think, between all these other teams. So we'll have to see what happens there. But Chelsea, at the end of the table, now top of the league, and sitting pretty. They'll be sitting there at least until the Tottenham City game. One way or another, though, the good thing for a win is that either they've made up points on Tottenham or they moved further away from Manchester City in that top four race, which is good for them. And so they're going to make up some points at least gain some points or make up some points on their rivals. We talked about it, title contention. It's now looking like that's going to happen. That's got to happen this season. They've got to at least challenge for the title, get as close as possible to whoever wins it in the end. Especially now, they look pretty solid in all departments. So you can say they look good in attack, they could look good in midfield. They now look good in defense as well.
We're actually also done with most of our hard games. Liverpool's already done. We already lost to them. We came back from Old Trafford, even though I don't know how hard of a game that is nowadays. But
Old Trafford is not a hard game. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, we did lose to them thrice last year, so but still, again, we did come up from Old Trafford. I think in the first half of the season, Arsenal are coming to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, and yeah, most of the big teams are at home in the first half. So I honestly do think around Christmas we're in the top three, and wherever it goes from there.
Yeah.
Wherever it goes from there.
Yeah, for sure. You got to start putting them in that conversation now. Who's your man of the match?
Oh, like you said, nobody stood out for me, but it might be personal bias, but it was going to be Werner. It had to be Werner, but he's the only reason my prediction did not go right. He had so many easy chances. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to give it to Zuma because he was just so solid. So solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zuma was always the first one to make interceptions. He was winning headers as well in the opposition corner. Yeah, he had a pretty good game. Yeah, it had to be Zuma or Kante. But yeah, I think Zuma deserves it. We expect it from Kante. So yeah, we'll give it to Zuma. That's our man of the match. All right, thank you so much, Zeehan, for that very wonderful chat. And obviously, this is one of those difficult ones because it's all good and all happy hunky dory. So there's no controversial statements that we can make. So this kind of not the best, but it's always good for a fan, when your team wins, and particularly routine wins really help. So you now have the rest of the weekend to enjoy because your team is pretty much done, so you can just sit back, relax. But we'll be back again in a bit with the Real Madrid Villarreal game that's coming up now, and it's probably going to start by the time this goes up. So we'll be back with that one. So we'll see you again in a couple of hours for that. The team sheets are out actually, so you can take a look at that. But Odegaard is starting, something I wasn't expecting, but I was hoping. So he'll be playing for Real Madrid. But stay tuned for that match, and we'll come back for that one. Please remember to like and share this video if you enjoyed this analysis and reaction. Congratulations to all Chelsea fans. I keep saying City fans. City and Chelsea fans are probably the same. But anyway, I'm kidding. Congratulations. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Congratulations to all Chelsea fans for the win. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're following this channel, please remember to tune back in a couple of hours when you come back to the Real Madrid game. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new so that you can get notified because we're going to do quite a few shows today and tomorrow. Doing quite a few match reactions. So please join us so you can stay updated as well. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time you're watching this. And we'll see you again very, very soon. So take care. Bye bye.